Okay, let's just say you're working on a car. You're out in California, right? You know what California's famous for? Earthquakes. So let's do a shake test on how well that magnet is. Oof. Car might fall off the lift, but your Braun flashlight won't. All right, folks, welcome back to the channel. So today, I kind of want to harp on some Roto Ratchets here. So went in Harbor Freight the other day, picked up a few items. Got this half-inch breaker bar here. Been needing one of these for a while. One thing I don't like too much is it has a lot of slop in the head. Yeah. So I did try to tighten it down, but it feels like there is a spring within this end here. You can kind of see it move in. It does spring back. Allows me to believe that there is a spring within there. Now, so I picked up, this is the first Roto ratchet that I ever picked up. And, you know, I thought it'd be awesome to have kind of more than just a swivel head. Have the whole base of that handle be able to move instead of having like a breaking point somewhere within the neck. But the thing is with this, I don't really like this gear wrench too much due to the fact that this selector is it's a pain in the butt to try to get it to turn the other way. So when it comes to this gear wrench, yeah, don't really don't like that selector too much. All right, see that's spinning one way. You try to turn it the other direction, the whole thing seems to want to spin. You would have to hold down the anvil to be able to do that. Now, see, it's going the other direction. So this one is just, I do not like this selector on this gear wrench at all. Another thing I don't like is I have not found out how to open these. If there's anyone that can tell me exactly how to do it. Looks like there's some kind of little detention snap ring or something that's inside, but I don't want to take this thing apart, mess something up about it. Now this is, I wanted to get like all three sizes since this was the first one I ever picked up. Then I picked up this one, which is the 1/4 inch. It is a very nice ratchet. It's about $16 I picked it up for. Probably less than that, I believe so, for this size. And unlike the gear wrench, it actually has the quick release for the detent. But I feel when you have, you know, these quick releases, it's going to make the anvil hollow, so it'll make it more susceptible to snapping. But I mean, it still is a nice feature. And when it comes to these, the selector switch is way more raised, and it is so much easier to just look at that one finger operation. The other one, it's just such a hassle, and I don't have to hold the anvil. The same goes for this one. This is a 1/2 inch. Just picked this one up recently. Goes for about 20 bucks. I'm sure you can find some coupons to get them cheaper, but it also does have that same quick release as the smaller one. But I'm unable to open these as well. Like, I haven't figured out how to do it. Like I said, I don't want to mess them up. Haven't found any videos on how to do that. But it is a very nice, sturdy, heavy ratchet. So I'm just happy to have a Roto ratchet in each size. So it'd be great. Then you can kind of use it like in a screwdriver kind of manner. Just straight up and down, you know, if you're doing spark plugs, things like that, make the job a lot quicker, easier. And then another thing, what I'm illuminating all this with is I got that new Braun light. It is pretty bright. Claims 500 lumens on the package, and it has a bunch of different modes. So since it's been on for a while, when I shut it off, it's going to shut off completely. But if you go through the motions, like turn it on, then it's going to go lower when you hit it again. And then it's going to have this light coming out the front. It's not a super great light right here, but yeah, it's enough if you're in a dark enough area. Something's not really well lit. And what I do like about it is very, very, very versatile with how it swivels. Of course, when you swivel it with it on, nothing happens. Very, very well constructed for the $24 that I paid for it. And the magnet on it is incredible. In particular with this ratchet right here, I did get this off the tool truck. You know, it's like if you're working a shop tool truck shows up, kind of like the ice cream truck for adults. But the problem is they don't sell ice cream, which makes me kind of sad. Sometimes when you're working on a car, you want ice cream. But yeah, like I said, this selector switch is just, it is total garbage. There it goes. So it's switched that way. It's due to the fact that this is not that raised, this little wannabe Mercedes emblem here. So it makes it a little harder to grasp. And I can just feel it's just turning. Didn't really click into place. You would have to hold that anvil. Okay, there it goes. But it just takes too many turns. Go the other way. Flip it back this way. Try to do this to where you can see it without my hands being in the way, but it's just not that convenient compared to the Pittsburgh Ratchets. The Pittsburgh Ratchets, like, not only is this section raised up a little bit for better grip, the detent system inside is just, it's not that tough. I mean, I guess the only caveat to work in your favor is you wouldn't have to worry about something hitting it, and then if you're trying to loosen something, it starts tightening it instead. But that's my biggest gripe about this GearWrench ratchet. It's very sturdy. I like the handle. It's got that little flat spot on there for your palm to go right onto. But like I said, it's just that, and not being able to open it to service it, that just kind of bothers me. But other than that, it's a good little ratchet. The magnet on this thing is actually no joke. So got the little magnet on the end of the base there. So that's the top of my toolbox. And yeah, it will pull the whole thing down. It's got a lot of strength to it. So you have to worry about it falling off the vehicle, you know, put it up under the chassis of the car, or maybe even to the lift of the vehicle if you're working in a shop. But I mean, for the money, it is a really great tool. So there's a lot of illumination out of it. So yeah, pick it up. And this also it comes with the cord. It's rechargeable, USB-C. It also has a removable battery pack inside. So if that battery dies and the LED is still working, you go ahead and replace that. So thanks for watching. It's just my little gripe about that one little GearWrench ratchet there, and the gripe that I can't open these. So, you know, you can service them, put grease in there so they run a lot better. And I know with the Icon ones, and even these little gimbal ratchets here, I was able to grease these because they do have an Allen key or Torx keys on the back of them. So you can take them apart, which I was able to grease the inside of those, make them nice and smooth. And I'm actually surprised at this Milwaukee ratchet that I had purchased. It sounds very smooth. I'll go ahead and stick that under that light. So Milwaukee 3/8, kind of pricey, but I mean it's a very, very smooth ratchet. So that was the Milwaukee ratchet, and then this is my Snap-on. Snap-on sounds a little clunkier, but I mean, that Snap-on ratchet is very smooth. I'm not really into Snap-on tools because they're pricing points, but when it comes to ratchets, definitely recommend those.